good. Hello everybody, this is Jimmy, and it's raining like crazy here in Stuart, Florida, so it's a great day to be in the shop. There was a discussion string on Facebook dealing with how to sharpen a drill bit. And of course there's a lot of very formal ways to do this, and jigs you can buy, and you can really get elaborate with this. And if you're a precision machinist, you want to definitely make sure that you're using those kind of methods. But for me, I do a little bit of woodwork and some metal work, but the metal work I do does not demand high precision. So I use my 1-inch belt sander to do it. I mentioned that that's how I did it, and a couple of people said in the string that they'd like to see how I do it. Now, I didn't invent this. In fact, I think I got the idea from watching some YouTube videos myself. I wish I could remember where I got the idea, but I've been doing this for years. I probably have sharpened dozens, if not hundreds, of drill bits this way, and it works pretty well for me. So I'm just going to demonstrate my method. The first thing I did was I took a Sharpie pen and I measured a line and scribed it on here. This is approximately 118 degrees. If you put your drill bit parallel to this, it'll get you pretty much the classic profile for a drill bit. So I eyeball the line and just kind of visually align the drill bit to those lines. It doesn't have to be precise, but it's probably within a degree or two. And then the drill bit has 2 cutting surfaces, one on either side. And what I'll do is I'll take the first cutting surface and I'll take it parallel to the horizon and just put the bit into the sandpaper like this. And I'll take the back of the drill and I lean it down just a little bit, and I'll touch this on the sandpaper and I'll give it just a real quick twist and up like that to provide that relief, just like that, just kind of a rolling motion. And I'll do that back and forth, and I'll kind of inspect it visually in the light to see how it looks from the tip until I'm satisfied with it. And I can tell by the feel of the bit whether I've got sharpness there or not. So this thing is about as dull as it can be. Okay, so just put the drill bit into the sandpaper, make it parallel to the horizon, and just tilt the back down just a little bit, the shank, and then push the cutting edge into the sandpaper and just roll it up like that. And that's already got a nice looking surface. Turn it 180 degrees and repeat the process. And I'll just go back and forth. This one was pretty dull, but I can examine it in the light and I can tell that I've already made pretty good progress with this. So I'll just do a couple more passes until I get it where I want it. And I can tell already that that's a lot sharper than when I started. So when I twist this into my fingertip, I can feel that the edges are sharp, and I don't think this is a terribly dangerous thing to do, but I can just tell that I'm getting a little bit of pull, and I just kind of feel it with my fingers, and then the edge feels good. And the tip of it I'll examine under a bright light, and I'll just try to make sure that I've got the cut even on both sides. I don't want the point to be too far to one side or the other, otherwise the drill bit will try to hunt when you're drilling. So this one looks pretty good. This is an inexpensive bit here, and let's see, this is actually an 11/64 is what this is. So I've done sharpening that, and we'll take it over and let's see if we can drill a hole in a piece of mild steel. Okay, first we'll test it on this piece of oak. This is a backer board, and it's cutting pretty readily there. And I don't think the bit is trying to walk around at all, so I think I got a pretty good center on this thing. It feels pretty good. And so now I'm going to get a piece of steel and we'll clamp that down and see if we can drill through it. There's a piece of scrap steel. It's got some sort of a finish on it, and I think it's real work hardened. This stuff is real hard. I've gone through some drill bits working with this steel. So I'll put a drop of oil here on this little divot that I made with my center punch. I did give myself a head start on this so that the bit will not walk around. But let's see how we do. It's just as sharpened right here. Making some nice chips. And there we go. So that's how I do it. I'm not trying to endorse this method as any kind of a good practice. If I was a precision machinist, I'm sure I wouldn't be doing it this way, but it's good enough for my woodworking. It's good enough for my daily metal work that does not require a high tolerance. So I hope you got something out of this video. If you have a comment, I sure hope you'll leave it down there. And I sure appreciate you watching. Have a great day.